Carcinogen, it is also mutagen. Mutagen, they directly interact with DNA or generate metabolic product. Supermutagen, extreme potential mutagen such as methane sulfonate comes under this category. Now come to telogi. It causes premature termination of replication. Example 2,3-dideoxynucleotide. External agent or mutagen cause lesion in DNA. This is known as induced lesion. The effect of DNA damage are broadly classified into two categories. If a lesion alter base pairing specificity it is known as misnutritional damage and may generate mutation during next round of replication. If a lesion renders the DNA unable to specify a complementary base, it is known as non-instructional lesion, which may cause replication blockage which otherwise is lethal to the DNA, causing cell death. To avoid lethal effect of replication block, many cells have evolved damage tolerance system. Some examples of these types are deamination, depurination, oxidative damage, alkylation. Let's know briefly about these terms. Deamination of cytosine, guanine and adenine to uracil, xanthine and hypoxanthine by nitrous acid. Now come to depurination. It is another spontaneous dihydrolytic reaction that involves cleavage of the hydrophobic bond between Na of purine, that is A and G, and C1 of the deoxyribose sugar and enhance loss of purine bases from the DNA. The sugar phosphate backbone of DNA remain intact, resulting apurinic shift is non-coding lesion as information encoded in the purine bases is lost. Depurination occur at the rate of 10,000 pair lost or human cell or hour at 37 degrees centigrade basis is lost. Depurification occur at the rate of 10,000 pair lost or human cell or hour at 37 degrees centigrade through less frequent depurimidination can also occur. Now come to oxidative damage. Oxidative damage occur under normal condition due to presence of reactive oxygen species in all aerobic cell. For example, superoxide, hydrogen peroxide and important hydroxyl radical, that is OH. This radical can attack DNA at a number of points, producing a range of oxidation production with altered properties. For example, beta oxoguanine to oxoadenine and 5-formyl uracil. Now come to alkylation. Alkylating agent are electrophilic chemical which readily add alkyl groups. Example, methylation group to various position of nucleic acid distinct from these methylated by normal methylating agent and enzyme. Example, azathioprine, leucethane, methylmethane sulfonate, ethyl nitrosourea, like this. Now come to physical factors of DNA damage and repair. Some factors like temperature, low pH, Brownian movement, attraction of cells, Lorentz force, these all are physical factors. Let's know briefly about these factors. First is temperature. High temperature cause denaturation of DNA, so base pairing will not occur between complementary base and cause mutation or replication blockage. Now come to low pH. At low pH, some bases become plus charged and strand separation occur, which may be lethal. At pH or above, this effect is negligible, but low pH can affect DNA by two additional reactions which are active even at a pH value of above H7. Now come to Brownian moment. Molecule generate thermal energy itself, and electromagnetic radiation will cause damage the DNA bases. Attraction of cells. In the presence of electric field, cells generate ion the membrane, so they become polarized. Now come to Lorentz force. It causes uneven charge distribution of DNA or RNA and cause damage of DNA. DNA repair system. Let's know about DNA repair system. DNA repair is a collection of processes by which a cell identifies and corrects damage to the DNA molecule that encode its genome. The rate of DNA repair is dependent on many factors, including the cell type, the age of the cell, the extracellular environment. A cell that has accumulated a large amount of DNA damage or one that no longer effectively repairs damage incurred to its DNA can enter one of these possible states. First is an irreversible state of dormancy known as senescence. Second is cell suicide, also known as apoptosis or programmed cell death. Third point is unregulated cell division, which can lead to the formation of a tumor that is cancerous. Now come to repair damaged bases. Damaged or inappropriate bases can be repaired by several mechanisms, such as direct chemical reversal of damage, excision repair, in which the damaged pair or bases are removed and then replaced with the correct ones in a localized burst of DNA synthesis. There are three modes of excision repair, each of which employs specialized sets of enzymes. Second is base excision repair. First is base excision repair, that is BER, nucleotide. Second is nucleotide excision repair, that is NER. Third is mismatch repair, MMR. Now come to direct reversal of base damage. The most frequent cause of point mutations in humans is the spontaneous addition of a methyl group, CH3. An example of alkylation to CS followed by deamination to a T. Fortunately, most of these changes are repaired by enzymes called glycosylases that remove the mismatched T, restoring the correct C. This is done without the need to break the DNA backbone. Some of the drugs used in cancer chemotherapy, that is chemo, also damaged DNA by alkylation. Some of the methyl groups can be removed by a protein encoded by our MGMT gene. Now come to excision repair, base excision. DNA bases may be modified by deamination or alkylation. The position of the modified base is called the base site or episite. In E. coli, the DNA glycosylase can recognize the episite and remove its base. Then epid endonucleases removes the episite and neighboring nucleotides. The gap is filled by DNA polymerase I and DNA ligases. Now come to nucleotide excision. In E. coli, proteins UVRA, UVRB, UVRC are involved in removing the damaged nucleotide. Example, the dimer induced by UV light. The gap is then filled by DNA polymerase I and DNA ligase. In yeast, the proteins similar to UVR are named RADXX. RAD stands for radiation, such as RAD3, RAD10, etc. Now come to XP. XP is Xeroderma pigmentosum. Xeroderma pigmentosum. Xeroderma pigmentosum is a rare inherited disease of humans which, among other things, predisposes the patient to pigmented lesions on areas of the skin exposed to the sun and an elevated incidence of skin cancer. It turns out that XP can be caused by mutations in any one of the several genes, all of which have roles to play in NER. Some of them are XPA, XPB, XPD, XPF, XPG. XPA, which encodes a protein that binds the damaged site and helps assemble the other proteins needed for NER. Now come to XPB and XPD, which are part of TFIIH. Some mutations in XPB and XPD also produce signs of premature aging. XPF, which coats the backbone on the 5' side of the damage. XPG, which coats the backbone on the 3' side. Now come to transcription coupled NER. Nucleotide excision repair proceeds most rapidly in cells whose genes are being actively transcribed on the DNA strand that is serving as the template for transcription. This enhancement of NER involves XPB, XPD, and several other gene products. The genes for two of them are designated CSA and CSB. Mutations in them cause an inherited disorder called Cockayne syndrome. The CSB product associated in the nucleus with RNA polymerase II, the enzyme responsible for the synthesizing messenger RNA, providing a molecular link between transcription and repair. One plausible scenario: if RNA polymerase II tracking along the template encounter a damaged base, it can recruit other proteins, example CSA and CSB proteins, to make a quick fix before it moves on to complete transcription of the gene. Defects in the NER mechanism are responsible for several genetic disorders, including Xeroderma pigmentosum, that is hypersensitivity to sunlight or UV, resulting in increased skin cancer incidence and premature aging. Next is Cockayne syndrome, that is hypersensitivity to UV and chemical agents. Trichothiodystrophy, that is sensitive skin, brittle hair and nails. Now come to next is Werner syndrome. Werner syndrome is premature aging and retarded growth. Next is Blooming syndrome. Bloom's syndrome is it's a sunlight hypersensitivity, high incidence of malignancies, especially leukemiasis. Now come to ataxia telangiectasia, that is sensitivity to ionizing radiation and some chemical agents. Now come to mismatch repair. To repair mismatched bases, the system has to know which base is correct one. In E. coli, this is achieved by a special methylase called the DAM methylase, which can methylate all adenines that occur within 5' GATC sequences. Immediately after DNA replication, the template strand has been methylated, but the newly synthesized strand is not methylated yet. Thus, the template strand and the new strand can be distinguished. The repairing process begins with the protein mut S, which binds to mismatched base pairs. Then mut L is recruited to the complex and activates mut H, which binds to GATC sequence. Activation of MUT H cleaves the unmethylated strand at the GATC site. Subsequently, the segment from the cleavage site to the mismatch is removed by exonuclease. If the cleavage occurs on the 3' side of the mismatch, this step is carried out by exonuclease 1. If the cleavage occurs on the 5' side of the mismatch, exonuclease BII, that is 7, or RECJ is used to degrade the single stranded DNA. The gap is filled by DNA polymerase 3 and DNA ligase. The distance between the GATC site and mismatch could be as long as 1000 base pairs. Therefore, mismatch repair is very expensive and inefficient. Mismatch repair in eukaryotes. Mismatch repair in eukaryotes may be similar to that in E. coli. Homologous of mut S and mut L have been identified in yeast, mammals and other eukaryotes. MSH1 and MSH5 are homologous to mut S, MLH1, PMS1, PMS2 are homologous to MUT L. Mutations of MSH2, PMS1, PMS2 are related to colon cancer. In eukaryotes, the mechanism to distinguish the template strand from the new strand is still unclear. Now come to SOS repair system. SOS response, that is, many cells have mechanisms that enable them to synthesize DNA repair enzymes as an emergency response to several DNA damage. The best studied example is the SOS response in E. coli. The SOS response is a coordinated cellular response in E. coli and aids in the survival of the organism by affecting the expression of proteins that are involved in cell division, replication, recombination and excision repair. The SOS response genes are induced when the bacterial chromosome is extensively damaged. Many are involved in DNA repair and mutagenesis. The basic mechanism of regulation is relatively simple. The key regulatory elements are a repressor called the LEXA repressor and the RECA protein. In E. coli, any block to DNA replication caused by DNA damage produces a signal that activates the E. coli RECA protein. Activation of RECA causes autocatalytic proteolytic cleavage of the LEXA repressor. Cleavage occurs at a specific ALA glypeptide bond. RECA in bacteria has two quite different types of activity. It acts as a co-protease and stimulates protease activity. It also promotes base pairing between a single strand of DNA and its complementary in a double-stranded DNA. The LEXA repressor regulates the transcription of all of the SOS genes. LEXA repressors SOS response genes by binding to a 20 base pair stretch of DNA called an SOS box. When the genome is subjected to heavy damage through exposure to UV light or a DNA damaging reagent, DNA repair becomes significantly less accurate and a high mutation rate is observed. Higher levels of DNA damage effectively bring normal DNA replication to a halt in E. coli because normal DNA replication with DNA polymerase 3 cannot proceed past many types of DNA lessons. In this situation, DNA polymerase V performs the DNA replication. Protein REC-A triggers the activation of DNA polymerase V. The UMUD UV mutagenesis protein is cleaved to UMUD when REC-A is activated. The cleavage event activates UMUD. DNA polymerase B, a Y family DNA polymerase, lacks 3' to 5' exonuclease proofreading activity. Hence, it is also known as error-prone DNA polymerase because proper base pairing is often impossible at the site of a lesion. This translation DNA synthesis is an error-prone replication. The SOS response is responsible for the increased capacity to repair the damaged DNA. It is initiated by the interaction of REC-A protein with LEX-A repressors. This repair system involves some steps. Let's know about these steps. First is damaging treatment activates the REC-A protein. Second is this REC-A protein interacts with LEX-A repressor. Third is proteolytic action of REC-A or LEX-A induces all the operon to which LEX-A is bound. This operon system induces several genes which includes UVR, ABC and HIN-A. These genes consist of SOS box of 20 base pair having 8 base pair sequences. LEX-A represses the synthesis of its own and that of REC-A protein. Proteolytic action of REC-A leads to the amplification of both REC-A as well as LEX-A. As soon as the damaging signal is removed, REC-A is not induced and LEX-A is accumulated, which represses all the genes of the SOS system. Now come to recombination. In next chapter, we will study about recombination. Thank you.